First, I want to apologise for missing my slot on Monday, and I hope you will understand that this was entirely caused by the pressures of dealing with the pandemic and the need to keep Parliament informed. I'm very grateful both to Karen and to Carolyn for fitting me in now, and I promise I won't be long. But I want to say something about this government's commitment to you, to the CBI, to British business, and about the vital importance of our relationship and indeed our partnership with business now as we tackle this crisis and in the years ahead. And so first, I want to apologise to all of you who are experiencing the frustrations and the nightmare of the COVID world. I know how tough it has been for you and still is, and I'm full of admiration for the determination you've shown in persevering through this crisis. I want to thank you for the heroic efforts you've made to look after your employees, to make your premises COVID secure, putting in perspex screens, all the trouble you've gone to, and complying with the kind of diktats I never believed we would have to impose, and which, I assure you, go completely against every free market instinct I possess. And believe me, we will end these autumn measures on December the 2nd when they expire. But we have to get the R down now to protect our NHS, save thousands of lives if we're to get on with our plan to exit this crisis with solutions that have been made possible thanks to the efforts and enterprise of British business. I want to thank the distilleries that have been turning out hand gel, the fashion houses that started making PPE, the umpteen manufacturers including Formula One racing car makers, vacuum clean makers, you know who you are, who turned your hand at phenomenal speed to making the ventilators, which we still have and which are a vital resource. It's thanks to British technical innovation that we are now in a far better position than we were during the first wave. We have drugs trialled in Britain, corticosteroids such as dexamethasone. We have the prospect of a vaccine in the first quarter of next year, with several British companies among the front runners. And we have fantastic new testing systems, LAMP tests, lateral flow tests, with some of the most promising devices already made in this country. This week, we will begin a huge programme of rapid turnaround testing, starting with the great city of Liverpool, to drive down the reproduction rate of the disease, to find the positive cases and help them to self-isolate and so to interrupt the transmission, to reduce the spread of this disease. We're going to manufacture new lateral flow tests in this country, and that is how we want to get the R down, get the epidemic halving again, to get this country moving again and get this economy motoring. And as we do that, we will be with you, with British business, as we have been throughout, with over £200 billion worth of support already, coronavirus bills, furlough, you name it, bounce back loans. We will do whatever it takes to back British business. Because I know that when the recovery comes, and it will come, it will happen entirely thanks to the efforts of the people who are watching me now, all of us, on this Zoom call today. People who understand how hard it is to innovate, to come up with a new product or idea, to find someone to fund it, to get it to market. You will drive our recovery. You will create the jobs. You will give young people the opportunities they're looking for. And our job in government, here in Number 10, is to use every tool of government to unite and level up across the whole UK, and with better infrastructure, better education, and with investment in ever better technology, to create for you the platform and the environment for growth and investment. And that means on our part, over £600 billion of investment in our future prosperity, including everything from high-speed rail, Northern Powerhouse Rail, to super-fast broadband across every part of the country. It means modernising and speeding up our antiquated planning system. And it means helping young people to achieve the dream of home ownership with new long-term fixed-rate mortgages. It means investing in skills with the lifetime skills guarantee, breaking down the pointless and outdated divide between further and higher education. And it means a new green industrial revolution in which we create hundreds of thousands of jobs in wind power, carbon capture and storage, hydrogen, retrofitting, solar power, electric vehicles, battery technology, and every aspect of the low-carbon technology in which this country so often leads the world. We want to use this moment, this historic opportunity, to address the yawning gap, which is so big and so unnecessary, in the productivity of the cities and regions of this country. Now is the moment to change that after so many decades of neglect, to build back better, to build back faster, to build back greener. I've talked to all kinds of businesses during this pandemic, literally hundreds. But I want to pay a particular tribute to a man who's opened the world's biggest and perhaps the world's only underground trampoline centre in a disused Welsh coal mine, because he has provided me with my closing metaphor. No matter how deep the hole you think you're in, you can always bounce back. And that is what we will do together. Thank you all for your patience and your hard work. The door here in number 10 is always open to you and to the CBI. Let's get through this crisis and bounce back better next year and in the years ahead. Thanks for listening.